My name is Tisha Lee, and I have the great pleasure of working for the Arts Federation. A few years ago, we entered into an agreement with the city of West Lafayette to help curate their public art collection and also oversee this artist in residence program, which is the first of its kind for the city, and also for TAF to have this long range of a program, which is a 5-year program with the artist Esteban Garcia Bravo. So Esteban is here. I asked him to be at the tent. And as a former local, I know that many of you are out here to show him a lot of love and how much we missed him. So there's a lot of people and entities that helped all of this come to fruition. And a lot of it starts with the idea, the support definitely, and then the will and creativity of an artist. So one of our first steps was to get this approval from the Redevelopment Commission, which authorized the funding to enable all of this to happen since 2022 and all the way through 27. So I'm happy to welcome President of the Redevelopment Commission for the City of West Lafayette, Larry Oates.
I got to be honest with you, the morning, or actually it's afternoon, Tisha just came up to me about 2 minutes ago and said, "Hey Larry, it'd be really nice if you said some words here this afternoon." So there's two benefits to that. One is that I don't have anything prepared, and so you should all be clapping right now because you don't get to hear the long version of whatever that speech is. But two, I'm going to speak off the cuff, and I look like a slob as part of this because I wasn't prepared to speak today, and I was out doing some work before I got here. So in any case, the Redevelopment Commission believes that as part of the economic development of this city, things like public art are an integral part of building the quality of life within West Lafayette. And we have in the past and will continue to support that bit of public art as we move on through the city itself, be it from the massive signs that we have in front of a number of our parks to the sculptures that are like all around Happy Hollow Park of the different bugs and insects and the like, to the mural projects that we've helped fund here in this side of the city, to using our muscle to be able to create a piece of art like this that truly is going to be the pearl of Tapawingo Park. So even though I didn't have time to prepare, we still get bad puns as part of the speech. So, but the bottom line is that for us to be able to be the place of choice for business to come to, we have to be the place of choice for humans and residents to want to live in. And the quality of life in West Lafayette and providing things like parks and art are the things that allow us to be able to be the place that people want to come to. And that's why within the last week or so, Lafayette and West Lafayette were named the busiest, most growth areas in the entire country for the months of January and February. So it's amazing what's going on here. It's amazing what we can do if we all are on the same side of the boat and rowing together. And that's exactly what we're doing here. So thank you very much for helping. And your help is that you actually show up and that you support public art. Because many times when we start talking about public art, people keep going, well, we got a road we need, or, we've got some other thing. And roads are important, don't get me wrong, but so is public art. To be able to allow that fancy as you walk through the park itself, that whimsical feeling in yourself, and you take a look at it and go, wow, that's really different, that's really unique. And that's West Lafayette. Thank you.
Good afternoon and thank you. As always, Larry and the Redevelopment Commission rise to the occasion, whether it is actually a new road, which is kind of exciting but not very exciting, or a new piece of public art, which is very exciting. We are fortunate to have them as partners in this effort of running the city of West Lafayette and funding all of the fun projects that we come up with. There are a few other groups out here today. I know that this isn't about recognizing specific individuals, but there are a few that have worked really hard to help us make this happen today. So our West Lafayette department heads, there are several of you here, and our Parks department specifically. If you could give everybody a wave, those of you from a West Lafayette department. City Hall, where are you? Whether it is permitting or promotion, or sometimes just making sure that nobody's messing with a piece of art when the park closes. It takes every single one of the individuals in the city of West Lafayette to make the work that we happen every day, make sure that it's successful and it respects this place that we have here in the city of West Lafayette. We also have some city council members with us, Kathy Parker and Larry Leverins. Thank you for joining us today. And we have members of the West Lafayette Public Arts team who are here with us today as well. If you guys are here, could you give us a little wave? If you'd like to give us a wave. Whether you're waving or not, I know you're out there. This has been a really exciting project because it was one of the first art projects that we had that was created by a local artist with tons of local input. I visited Esteban actually when he was out here for Riverfest several times, gaining insights from community members, and he was set up just right over there actually, and set up this incredible display where people could walk into a space and interact and tell Esteban and the other volunteers who were there that day what's really exciting and important about our community, what inspires you, what's the critical point that you really feel brings you closer to this place that we call West Lafayette. And time again, despite and probably because of, in some ways, the fact that it was Riverfest, we heard a lot about the river, and we continued to hear a lot about the Wabash River as being this really critical place. And in many ways, we have turned our backs on the river for decades because it was a transportation thoroughfare, and then it was just a place where wastewater went. And it was a place where a lot of rocks had been removed, so it's not purifying the water as well as it used to. And slowly but surely, we started to put things in place like a park, like the Wabash River Enhancement Corporation, like the Sampling Blitz, and other components on both sides of the river that really turn us back toward the Wabash River, that start honoring this incredible waterway that we have in the city of West Lafayette, and focusing a little bit on making sure that we honor the places that we really treasure. So starting with this art piece and moving on through the Wabash River Enhancement Corporation plan that will be unveiled yet this year, extending this park to the north, you will see a lot of celebration of the Wabash Riverfront Greenway here in West Lafayette. And I'm very excited that today we get to start that with a piece of artwork that not only symbolizes one of the mussels in the Wabash River that is an endangered species in our area in Tippecanoe County and across the state, but also focuses on the health and quality of our river, recognizing that a beautiful river isn't so beautiful if it's not safe to recreate on. So I am beyond excited to have this art piece unveiled today, and it's been an absolute pleasure working with Esteban and his team. He will tell you quite a bit more about the research process. It's not just Esteban that comes up with it on his own. There's a huge team behind him that goes into this planning and execution. But I just want to say thank you again. It's a beautiful art piece, and I can't wait to see it this evening. Thank you.
And so to learn more about the piece and the team that was involved in directly putting this together and all of the technical information that is feeding it, please help me welcome Esteban Garcia Bravo.
Okay, thank you so much for being here. I'm very honored by your presence. I have quite a few things to say, so I want to start my speech with a big thank you to our mayor, Erin Easter, for the initiative in creating this public artist in residence for interactive art program. To the West Lafayette Public Arts Committee for choosing my proposal and helping direct the project in the early stages of conceptualization. And to Tisha Lee from the Arts Federation for her stewardship of this project and for being instrumental in the production of this piece on every single step. Thank you so much, Tisha. Thank you. And I want to thank the Wabash River Enhancement Corporation and Amy Creston Preston for, yeah, yes, for their labor facilitating opportunities for volunteering programs to preserve the Wabash River. Events like the Wabash Sampling Blitz and Detrash the Wabash are wonderful and active ways of doing something for our immediate environment. I am very thankful for facilitating the data used that you see here for the light animations. I want to thank each of my team members, so it's a long list, so please bear with me. First of all, thanks to Yi Fan Fan, the designer of this beautiful 3D piece. It's a quite complex model. It took us about a year to really grasp going from that original model to the final shape. Also, for being my collaborator on all this field research prior to the creation of this piece. I want to thank Matt Mayer and Blake Jackson from Picos 3D, the manufacturer in Utah that made this 3D printed shell. They have like great attitude and patience working with us, doing all the fine details of this model. I also want to thank very especially my brother Jose Garcia and my sister Maria for their love and support and hospitality. We're here in Lafayette. We feel so happy to be back here. Thanks to Travis Easter, you have gone above and beyond to give me a hand to finish this project. Thank you. Also for procuring meals. Your support meant everything to me in these difficult final days of install. Thank you. And speaking of install, please help me thank the volunteers and installers of this piece. So please, yeah. I'm just gonna say your names: Jeremy, Cole, Scott, Travis Tolliver, Travis Easter, Laura Sanz, Michael, Gifan, Mia, Max Carlson, and Nandi Marocco. Thank you. In the topic of Nandi, I want to thank you for being there for me on every step of the way, being an unconditional supporter of my art with your help and love. Thank you. I feel so honored to be here today, leaving a mark on a place that marked my life. Living in Greater Lafayette for almost 20 years has been the most formative as a person, a scholar, as an artist. Coming from Bogota in 2005, I knew nothing about how you do things here. And I quickly learned the way you do things in this town, always in community and supporting each other. My first intervention was a collaboration to make a music show at an empty storefront of Main Street in 2006. And ever since, I have not forgotten the teachings of support and solidarity that make our town a better place together. A shout out to Paul Baldwin for being an early supporter of my art when I was just starting by offering spaces like Foam City. I'm so lucky to have landed here. This is my spiritual home, and the Wabash River is my healer. This piece that you see today is a result of a 3-year research on this location. The sculpture was created to offer a view of the mighty Wabash River and invites us to reflect on this natural gift that the Greater Lafayette has. I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so I'll just stick around and we can chat if anybody wants to chat. So thank you.
So, very much a combination of left brain and right brain. I would like Esteban, if you could speak a little bit more about the lights, and I know that we can scan it and there's a legend, but just in case you all wonder, none of those lights are just random. So, can you speak a little bit? Thank you, sir.
Yes, and I also want to add like one more thank you for Nick Seebauer, because this is a circuit design that we collaborated on, and I'm just very happy to have this new technology that allows us to turn data into color. So started like, with the spreadsheet that we got from the Wabash sampling blitz. So we got about over 4,000 data points from volunteer collected information about the river. So in many conversations with WREC, we settled for temperature on the first ring, and the second ring is going to be whether if it's a spring or fall, and the third ring is going to show the turbidity. So you're basically like, it's an interpretive animation. So I mean, it's not science, but it does use like a lot of like those techniques. So we're turning all that data into like something colorful and meaningful. Did I? Yeah. Okay.
And thank you all. I know that this has been really hard for the kiddos to not play on. So I think now's the time to just unleash the fun. So please hang out. Thank you so much. And feel free to speak with Esteban and the rest of the team. Thank you.